Hello, Python coder. In this video, we're going to show you a good solution to the Chapter 2 preparation program. As you can see, we started off with some comments in which you should identify yourself and the name of the program. And then we have our pseudocode. Remember, the pseudocode is ordinary English in which we break down a problem into a series of steps in the right order. And it's a good idea to choose variable names as you go along. Notice we've got test 1, test 2, and test 3 for the 3 test scores, total, average. And notice I'm not using variables like I would do, for example, in algebra class. I don't want to call the average x, call it average so we'll know what it is in the program. It's very important to use variable names that describe what they store when you're writing programs. All right, so uh, let's now translate the pseudocode into Python code. So here's our first line of pseudocode, and that translates into this line in Python. And likewise for the next 3 lines in the pseudocode, gives us the remaining lines here. So that should prompt us to enter the test scores. And I've actually got the program running over here so you can see what's happening. So then the next thing we want to do is some arithmetic. We got to do the math, if you like. So we're going to add up our 3 test scores and assign it to the variable total. Then we're going to divide that by 3 and assign that to average. Then finally, we're going to print the result using an F string. And we want you to use an F string to display your results in this course, and particularly when you need to format numbers. So you start with an F and then a string, and then inside the F string you have a placeholder inside curly braces. And the variable that we wish to display here is the average variable, and we want to format it. So we follow that with a colon, and because we want 1 decimal place, it's a colon 0.1f. We're going to display it as a float, in other words, a number with decimals. And then we have percent symbol after the closing curly brace. And here's a sample run of the program. Now your program could differ a little bit from this and still be correct, but you really need all of these steps. Now I suppose we could have found the average just by I could have done this. I could have copied that and put it here inside parentheses though, right? Could have done this, and this would be equally correct. And then I wouldn't need this line. So I could comment this line out, and this program should run the same way. Now, I don't think that's necessarily better, though, okay? There's an adage in Python that simple is better than complex. So do it in a series of simple steps instead of doing multiple steps in one statement. It's always a good idea. All right, carry on.